Okay, we are going to go over the Dabline circle template today. This template actually has two pieces. We have the little inner circle, and we have the template that fits in the grip. Before we're going to use either of these, we're going to go ahead and take that film off. If you look at the template, it's a little cloudy. It doesn't look great. And there's nothing wrong with the template, okay? When you get it in the mail, it's going to have this film on it that's actually protecting the acrylic from getting scratched. So Dabline sends this little film peeler. I know it doesn't look like much, but this helps a lot. It's about the size of a dime. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and kind of rub it, not super hard, just on a corner of the film. And there's only film on the front of the template. So I'm just going to rub that corner till a little film starts peeling off. All right, if you can see, some of the film did start peeling there. So now I'm just going to take my nail and peel it the rest of the way off. See how easy that comes off? Very easy. And your template is protected then when it's shipping to you. So, and then you can just throw this film away after you've taken it off and just try to take care of the templates because they can get scratched. It's acrylic, plastic, so there is a possibility of it getting scratched. So just be careful. So we've got that one done. And then let's do the circle. Now this template is cool because it's basically two templates in one. So you have two pieces. You can make two different size circles with these pieces. Let's get that peeled off here. Nice and smooth and easy. Look how nice that looks. Beautiful. See how nice and clear and pristine that looks? All right, I'm going to set that aside. Now let's talk about these a little bit. This circle is 3.5 inches in diameter. So measuring from here to here is 3.5 inches. So that's the size circle you can make with this template. With the template part that fits in our grip, here's our grip, this can make a 4.5 inch circle, so a little bit larger. So if you look at the card that comes with the template, you can see for reference the size circle that you are able to make with this template. So this one, you're going to, when you're stitching in the grip, you stitch on the inside of the template, running your ruler foot along the edge on the inside. With this one, you run your ruler edge on the outside and you kind of have to freehand it. So that's when the Dabline quilting gloves come in handy. Let me grab those real quick here to show you. So these come in the kit with your quilting templates. And these, they kind of look like gardening gloves, but they're not. They're much thinner, very breathable, and they have this coating on the fingertips that's going to help you hold onto fabric very well. And you're just able to hold the fabric and move the template underneath the needle, which is going to be very helpful for this template in particular. So now that we kind of know a little bit about this, let's move over to the sewing machine. Okay, I have moved everything over to my sewing machine, and now we are going to practice. doing the movements of the circle underneath the needle before we're actually going to stitch into the fabric. We definitely recommend that you do practice before you start stitching into your actual quilt project, because you don't want to accidentally mess up because you just don't have enough practice with it and then have to seam rip a whole bunch of stitches. So what I'm going to do is I have my gloves on, and we're going to first practice with the template that fits into the grip. So we are going to start, you really can start anywhere. I'm just going to start up, see if you see on this, on the template, there's this black line. I'm just going to start there. I'll lower my foot. Okay. And then we're just going to take this nice and slow. You want to keep the foot right up against the edge of the template all the way around. Another way that you can practice, if you want to practice with your actual needle movement, you can take out your top thread and your bobbin thread, and then you can turn on your sewing machine, and then you can kind of practice with the speed of your needle and the movement of your hands with the fabric also. So, but I'm just going to do it with my sewing machine off. So we're going to start up at that starting point, and then you can go either way, clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm going to go clockwise. So I'm just going to slowly move. See, we're moving the entire fabric piece, but we're not moving the grip on the fabric. That's very important to keep that circle perfect. You want to have that grip not moving. Keep going all the way around and back to the stopping point. So definitely do that several times just so you get a feel for moving in a circle. If you want to try doing it counterclockwise, go ahead and try counterclockwise. So you do the exact same thing. You just go this way. And take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. All the way around. Just whichever way feels best to you. It's going to be different for everybody. And there we go. So now let's practice with the other circle, our smaller 3.5 inch circle. This is going to be a little bit more complicated because you don't have that grip there helping you. But I'm going to also, again, with this one, I'm going to start up at the starting line. I'm going to put my foot down, and I'm going to push the template up against my foot. Now, this is when these gloves come in handy. Okay, you're going to want to have a couple fingers. I have my pointer finger and my thumb on the template, and then I have my middle finger and my ring finger are pressed on the fabric. And I actually have my thumb is kind of pressing, let me move this so you can see. My thumb is kind of pressing on the bottom edge of the template and touching the fabric, so it's kind of all working together there, holding it in place. Okay, and then I'm just going to practice. I'm just going to slowly go around. You want to definitely keep that template in place. Do not let it move, but keep your foot pressed up against the template. You definitely want to take this really slow. Might have to adjust where you have your hands. And there you go. Another thing that you could do, if you don't want to actually use the template, if that's just too complicated for you, what you can do is you can take this circle template. It's a perfect circle. So you could actually place it on your fabric and then just trace with a marking pen or a hero marker, something that's going to mark a circle on there for you, and then take it off. So then you have the marking of the circle on the fabric, and you could just use that and just stitch on that circle. That's another option for you to be able to use this template. So let's go ahead and actually stitch a couple circles here, okay? You're gonna be very well practiced with the movements and everything and ready to take it to the next level, which is actually stitching with the thread. Again, I would recommend practicing on a little practice block like this, or if you have a practice quilt that you just practice a bunch of different quilting on, I would definitely recommend doing that before you actually start quilting on the project that you are currently working on. So I'm going to get my template placed on here. I'm just going to try to center it on here. And then I'm going to start at my starting point, my foot down. You definitely, when you're doing free motion quilting, make sure that your foot is down. If you don't, it can mess with the tension of the thread, and it's just, I've learned from experience, you definitely want to make sure that your foot is down, or you'll be spending a good amount of time seam ripping all those threads out that have messed up. So, and we're going to start nice and slow. I'm going to put my needle down. All right, now I am ready. See, my bobbin thread came up there. So now I am ready to quilt. My foot is down. I double check that. All right. Now we're just gonna, I'm gonna go clockwise with the example. I'm gonna have my hands secure on the grip, and then I'm just gonna take it nice and slow. Going around the circle. Keeping that foot butted up against the side of the template. Oop, I got a little away from it.